Hi, this is Frank Warren and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Lights Out, I'm Faisal Khan and I'm here at Shamrock Boxing Club and I'm joined by Julian Wilson. First of all, Julian, how are you doing today?
I'm all good, man, all good.
Excellent. Julian, before we get into the deep part of the interview, just talk to me a bit about your amateur background and what has that made you go into boxing?
Well, I started boxing when I was about 18, had my first bout when I was about 19 years old, and just fell in love with it ever since.
You've currently had 3 fights, you've got 3 wins under your belts and all 3 fights have been the distance, that's 12 rounds. How happy are you with the start that you've made to your career?
Well, like you said, 3 fights, 3 wins, can't ask for much more than that, so I'm happy.
You're due to fight November 10th in front of your home crowd in Bedford.
Yeah.
First of all, how excited are you to be fighting in front of your hometown in Bedford?
Always excited. Every time I step in that ring, it's a buzz.
Has there been any news on a potential opponent for your fight?
We've had 2 dropouts this week. Waiting on another phone call tomorrow. So we're just waiting for another opponent, basically. So yeah.
In terms of the cruiserweight division, domestic-wise, it's a very interesting one. You've got some good fighters: Lawrence Okoli, Matt Yaskin, Isaac Chamberlain, Luke Watkins, Wady Camacho, young James Branch, who's had his 2nd fight in his professional career. These are all very good prospects in the cruiserweight division. Out of all of them, which one have you been impressed by the most?
It's got to be Lawrence Okoli. What is it? 10 fights, 3 belts. Can't ask for much more than that. So it's got to be Okoli so far.
You know, looking at these up and coming fighters, are these potential fights that you want to see yourself in one day?
100%. I wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case.
We'll just touch on Lawrence Okoli. Gets a lot of stick. A lot of people say he's a really messy fighter. He doesn't, live up to the hype that he gives himself. Obviously, there was the Isaac Chamberlain fight at the start of the year. Then there was a Matt Yaskin fight a few weeks ago. But do you think it's more important rather to get the win than to look good?
100%. 100%. Because that's what you're in there for, to win. It doesn't matter if you win ugly or whether you win flashy. It doesn't matter. Just get the win, get the job done, and move on.
Yeah. The cruiserweight division is ruled by one man at the moment. That's Alexander Usyk. He puts all 4 of his belts on the line on November 10th at the Emilion Arena in Manchester against Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew is a fighter that's been written off most of his career. He's got 2 good wins under his belt against, David Haye. A lot of people didn't give him a chance going into them fights. First of all, what's your prediction for the fight and what chance you give Tony Bellew of winning that fight?
Well, I think Usyk will win it on points, but you can't write off Tony Bellew because he just keeps on doing it over and over again. So I'm going to say Usyk on points, but there is that chance that Bellew could win. So good luck to him, by the way, because he's British and it will be good for boxing if he can pull it off.
How impressed were you by David Haye in both his performances? Sorry, by Tony Bellew against David Haye in both their performances?
See, that's a tricky question for me because I don't believe that was the best David Haye. I believe he's got a lot of injury problems and it caught up with him in the fight, do you know what I'm saying? But fair play to Tony Bellew, he done what he had to do, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, fair play to him.
2019 is looking to be a big year for yourself, hopefully a couple more fights. What is it that we can expect to see from Julian Wilson in 2019?
Just more progression, man, and better performances. Like, I'm learning all the time. I'm always willing to learn, do you know what I mean? I'm learning every day, so you can expect better performances and just more progression, man. And you'll be hearing much more of my name soon, I'm sure.
The early stages of a boxer's career, especially a British boxer, is to try and rule the British outright, so there's a Southern Area title, there's an English title, and then there's of course the Commonwealth title. How happy would you be if you've got, say, the Southern Area title around your waist this time next year?
Well, that'll be a start. That'll be a start, yeah. I mean, that's the aim, do you know what I mean? The aim is to get to the top, and Southern Area will be the start of it. So if I pick that up along the way, that'll be good.
If you had to send a message out there to your fans for November 10th and for the rest of your career, what would it be?
It'd just be, thank you for supporting me, man. Because your support is everything. And without that, I wouldn't be able to box. Them buying tickets, them coming to support me, it means absolutely everything for me. So thank you to everybody that buys tickets off me and supports me. Also shout out to my sponsors, TaylorMade, because obviously without you, I wouldn't be able to box either. So thank you very much, I appreciate it.
And are you hoping that your fans make some serious noise November 10th?
Of course, man, of course, man. The Bedford boys always make noise, man.
Alright, Julian, listen, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
Good luck for November 10th. I'll be there, so you got someone else, another fan in your corner cheering on for you. And hopefully we'll catch up with you November 10th.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Thank you very much.
Bye.